test 3. And already I have shared it in our groups, and I hope you have taken your preparation on the topic. So you will share your ideas on the topic, then I will judge your lexical level, your pronunciation, your structure, everything. So try your level best to express yourself properly. Okay, who is ready? Please unmute yourself.
I'm ready.
You are ready. Okay. Just give me 30 seconds.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay, Michelle, are you ready?
Yes, definitely.
How often do you make telephone calls? Why not?
Well, I make telephone calls very often, like literally every day.
Who do you spend most time talking to on the phone?
Well, I spend most of my time talking to my mom over the phone. Well, this is because we live like 500 miles apart and I don't get to see her every day. So I have to call her constantly.
When do you think you will next make a telephone call?
Definitely after this lesson.
Okay. We sometimes prefer to send a text message.
Well, I'm not a person who texts. I'm always like that one person who loves doing phone calls, so I never text ever.
Okay. Michelle, already you have completed your part 1. Would you like to start your part 2?
Yes, definitely.
Michelle, some unnecessary sound are coming from your side. Try to fix. Maybe you are using headphones, so
Yeah.
yeah, you are moving it very fast. Okay.
Okay.
Describe a journey, for example, by car or by plane or by boat, anything that you remember well. You should say where you went, how you traveled, why you went on the journey, and explain why you remember the journey well.
Okay, so the first time I was on a plane, I was going for this feminist leadership training. It was being held in Canada. And that was the first time I was ever on a plane. So I do really remember it very well. I went with other candidates from Zimbabwe. There were actually 2 other candidates to make it 3 with myself. So I really remember this journey because this was my first time to be on a plane and to even go to a foreign land.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for part 3?
Yes, I am.
Why do people need to travel every day?
Well, I think people need to travel every day especially for people who want to go to work and people who want to go to school, e.g. students, and also people who just want to go to do shopping and just to go out, see friends out there.
What problems can people have when they are on their daily journey? For example, to go to work or school. Why is this?
Well, definitely traffic congestion. Some might call it traffic jam. Well, I actually experienced this today. It was raining. It's been raining since yesterday and it's raining today. So in times like this, there's a lot of traffic congestion. So yeah, this is some of the problems someone might face during journeys.
Okay. Some people say that daily journeys like this will not be so common in the future. Do you agree or disagree? Why?
Well, I might agree with this and I might disagree with this. Well, if I'm to agree with this, it's because um, since the COVID pandemic hit us, most of people are actually working from home. And I think probably in the near future, we might be working from home. But then we have jobs like nursing, we have to be hands-on, we have to do it there and there. It's something that it's needed for you to be there. It's not something that we can do virtually. It's something that you have to do to actually assess someone who's not feeling well. So yes, on the other hand, I don't think it's actually possible to think that in the future we might not actually go to work and do daily journeys.
Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. But I think when you will get such kind of option, agree or disagree, it's better to start your answer. I partially agree. It's better.
Okay, thank
I partially
you.
agree. Okay, thank you, Michelle, for your excellent dismiss. Okay, stay with us. And you have to give comment today, and I will address you for whom or her you will comment. So listen,
Okay.
everyone attentively. June, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, June. How often do you make telephone calls? Why? Why not?
Actually, sir, it's not fixed for me. Whenever I call my teachers for solving anything, it takes a long time. But in the other times, I don't like to talk for a long time. But I make telephone calls to my father at least once a day.
Who do you spend most time talking to on the telephone? Why?
I spend most of the time talking to my father on the telephone. I love my father so much. So when I call my father for a long time, for a little thing, I also add some unnecessary topics to make fun with him. Then I spend most time for him.
When do you think you will next make a telephone call? Why?
It's not particular. When I feel problem with something, I think it. On the other hand, when I feel boring, I don't like to talk over telephone. Then I disconnect communication and think that I will next make a telephone call.
Do you sometimes prefer to spend a text message instead of telephoning? Why? Why not?
Yes, sir, I do. In fact, most of the time I send a text message instead of telephoning. It takes a little time. There is a little chance to talk about relevant matter. It doesn't need to talk. It helps to store awareness and time. So I prefer the system of sending a text message.
Okay, June, already you have completed your part one, and I think you are ready for your part two.
Yes, sir, of course.
And describe a journey. For example, you may describe by car, by plane, by boat, by bus, or anything, and that you remember well. You should say where you went, how you traveled, why you went on the journey, and explain why you remember this journey very well.
Well, sir, recently I have visited Dhaka. It was my first journey to Dhaka, so we decided to make a long journey. That means we wanted to visit everything of Dhaka as there are many kinds of historical and beautiful places. So I traveled by a car as traffic jam is very common in Dhaka. I went to Dhaka for my Viva exam of Cadet College. It was 22 March on which day I took part in Viva exam. After this exam, we traveled various kinds of places such as Bosundara City, Paradigm Hospital, Dhaka University, Shah Jalal International Airport, Bangabandhu Medical College, and Dhaka Medical College, which is my dream for studying in future, as I want to be a doctor in future. However, I travel all of them by car. I can remember it easily because it's my recent journey only a month ago. So I can recall it without facing any difficulty, and it's one of my memorable journey in my life.
Okay, Jum. Now I'm moving to part 3. Why do people need to travel every day?
Well, sir, we know that almost every people need traveling almost every day because some of them are students, some of them are office goers. The students need to go to school every day, and the others need to go to office. That's why people need traveling every day.
Okay. What problems can people have when they are on their daily journey? For example, to work or school. Why is this?
When people are on their daily journey like school, college, university, office, and other places, they may fall in a traffic jam because both the population and number of vehicles are increasing day by day. So this problem is very common and people are facing it almost every day.
Okay. Some people say that daily journeys like this will not be so common in the future. Do you agree or disagree? Why?
Yes, sir, I partially agree with the statement. Our country is developing continuously because technologies are turning into advanced one. And in the future, the technologies will be developed more. Then people won't need to go outside. They will work online. Students will do their class online. So it's normal to say that daily journeys like this aren't to be so common in the future.
Okay, June, thank you for your space. Now, Michelle, comment on high space. Michelle.
Well, I cannot find any fault. Actually, she's really speaking very fluently, and it's like she's very constant. She doesn't have those gestures. Like she's really confident about how she speaks.
Yeah. I also haven't found any important mistake in a high space. Nowadays, she speaks very fluently and very correctly. So, June, thank you very much for your space. Keep practicing. I think you'll be able to hold your fluency in yourself. Okay, Arenius, I don't know what's your name. Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. You are mute. Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Renias Munyani.
Where?
I'm just I'm from Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, Michelle's country.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so nice to have someone from Zimbabwe.
Yeah. Is it known to you? You are both unknown to each other.
Yeah, I don't
it's my
even know him.
Unknown.
I'll definitely take your contacts.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You know each other?
No, we don't. This is my first time seeing him.
Then you should thanks to our group that we have made this opportunity for you to be familiar here. Okay. Would you like to share your ideas on our today's topic?
Actually, me, I'm new on this platform. I just want to be taught to how to do it, to learn.
Okay,
I'm new.
no problem. Then would you please share what do you do? Why do you want to learn English? What is your purpose of learning English?
Yeah, actually, I am into truck driving. So I want to learn English so that I can be able maybe to get a job for truck driving overseas in Britain or Canada.
Right now you are in Zimbabwe, but you have intention to shift other countries.
Yes, actually, I am from Zimbabwe, but I'm working in South Africa now.
Yeah. Okay, in this case, please stay with us when you would like to say something with us, or you have some ideas to share with us. You can raise your hand signal, and then I will give you a floor. Okay, stay with us as a listener.
Thank you very much.
Okay, then just let me check. Sadiqul, please unmute. After Sadiqul, I'll go to Jiha, then Kanis. Sadiqul, please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Sadiqul. Okay, you are welcome in our group. What's your full name?
My full name is Sadiqul Alam Manik.
Where are you from?
I'm from Sylhet, northern eastern part of Bangladesh.
Sylhet.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do? Are you a student or service holder?
I actually graduated last year, so I'm just preparing for IELTS for studies abroad.
Okay. Why do you want to learn English? What is your purpose?
Actually, it is for educational purpose mainly, and also communication.
Just you want to improve your communication skill. Do you have any intention to sit for IELTS?
Yeah, I have a very good intention to.
Okay, is it your first day with us or second day?
Maybe third day.
Third day, okay. Have you taken your preparation on today's topic?
A little bit, because I have not enough time for this. But
then would you like to share your ideas right now, or you will take time?
No problem, I will share.
Okay. Your first question: how often do you make telephone calls? Why not?
Actually, it is difficult to say, because it depends on for what purpose, or when I am going to go outside meet some friends, or with talk with communication with my family members also. And when I go to from home, so I have to sometimes talk with my family member. Yeah.
Okay. Who do you spend most time talking to on the phone?
It is actually my family members, because I earlier said that when I was going to hear from my home for any purpose, so I have to talk with my family members quite often, most of the time.
Okay. Do you sometimes prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning? Why not?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes I would like to text instead of call, because of when sometimes I'm busy. So I would like to use for text message instead of call.
Okay, Sadiqul, thank you for your space. You are at the very initial stage, so it's better for you to join with us, keep practicing. Then I think you will be able to speak fluently. But you have to do it regularly. If you do regular practice, then you'll be able to improve yourself.
Thank you. I will try.
Okay. Jiha, please unmute yourself. And after Jiha, I'll go to Kanis. After Jiha, please unmute.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How often do you make telephone calls? Why not?
I actually make telephone calls a lot often because I call my friends and some important people which are when I really need it.
Who do you spend most time talking to on the telephone? Why?
Actually, most of the time it's difficult to say whom I call because most of the time I do telephone calls with my friends or my parents because whenever I'm at home, sometimes my parents go to college and they are not at home. So that's why I cannot but call them. And sometimes when I need something from my friends, like some notes or anything else, I call my friends to tell them about those.
Okay. Do you sometimes prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning? Why not?
Actually, I really don't like text messages very much because whenever we speak, it's really easy to say something while speaking, but it's harder to text because when we text, it will take longer than the time we will speak. But when there's some network problem, like the hearing of the like their listening. I mean, their voice won't be available. I prefer to text because we won't be able to hear that. And that's when I like to text. That's the only time.
Okay. Describe a journey. For example, by car, by plane, or by boat, or by bus, anything that you remember well. You should say where you went, how you traveled, why you went on the journey, and explain why you remember this journey well.
Actually, it was like a month ago when the journey was. It was my journey by train. It was my second journey by train. My mother said that when I was a little baby, my mother took me to a place by train, but I didn't remember that thing because I was too little for that. So I was so excited for my journey by train. The train was at 1 p.m., but it was late by half an hour. We reached the station um, by 12:30 p.m., but that we had to wait for 1 hour for the train to arrive. And when the train came, we hardly went to the train because it will only stand for 3 minutes. And the journey is very rememberable for me because it was my journey for my Viva exam. My Viva exam was at Dhaka, and I traveled there by train. And the train journey was very memorable because a lot of things happened in that. I got the window seat and I enjoyed it very much. Most of the time, looked at the outside area. I saw many kinds of trees, and there were too much fields. I was very astonished to see all of that. I also see the Jamuna Bridge, which was very pretty, and the train was going slowly on the bridge. So it was easy for me to see the scenery of the Jamuna River and also the other constructions that was happening there. And that's why the journey is very memorable for me.
Okay, Jiha. Now I'm moving to part 3. Why do people need to travel every day?
There are plenty of reasons for why people need to travel every day. Like students need to go to schools, privates, or many other things. The fish goers or the teachers, the doctors, and the other professionals people need to go to their jobs every day for their work. And the people who are day laborers needs to go to out of their house like every day for their livelihoods.
Okay.
And there are people who like to travel many kinds of places, but they travel of sometimes, not every day. But mostly the office goers or the people who are students, doctors, are joined with many other professions need to travel every day.
Okay. Some people say that daily journeys like this will not be so common in the future. Do you agree or disagree? Why?
Actually, I partially agree with this because nowadays the uses of technology is greatly, the people always prefer to use technology over going to a place, like people do business proposals on internet, and many kinds of people don't go to company and they do their work online. But there are also some professions which cannot be done on internet, like the doctors can't cure the patients, do the surgeries online, and there are the polices who can't take actions against the culprits online. So they also need to go out of their house to catch them. And there are also some other professions like the sports player and many other. They needs to go out of their house for this. And there are also some professions which can be done online, and they will not be they don't have to go out and travel a long distance for their job. So in my opinion, it will be both common and uncommon in the future, both common and uncommon in the future daily journeys.
Okay, Jiha, thank you very much. I think it's better to say because every day, not day, every day. And I highly recommend you to take your preparation properly and try to be more fluent. So let's listen something from Michelle. Michelle, are you ready? Say something on her.
Well, I don't have anything to say. What you say, that's what I wanted to say. So, yes.
Okay. Kanis, please unmute yourself. Kanis. Kanis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How often do you make telephone calls? Why not?
Actually, I never used telephone before, but I use mobile phone daily for some reason. I use the mobile phone to make or receive calls, send messages to friends, and for using internet and doing online classes. Sometimes I use it for listening to my favorite music.
Who do you spend most time talking to on the telephone? Why?
As a student, I don't have to call so many people to contact. I just call a few people to contact. I call my friends to contact with her, but most of the time I prefer sending messages to her.
Okay. Do you sometimes prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning? Why not?
Yes, actually, most of the time I prefer to send a message instead of telephoning because sometimes messaging is faster. One can multitask when messaging, so that's why I prefer to send a message.
Okay, Kanis, already you have completed your part one. Are you ready for part two?
Yes, obviously.
Describe a journey that you remember well. You may describe journey by car, journey by plane, journey by boat, journey by bus, or journey by train, anything that you like.
Well, any kind of journey is pleasant to all, but a journey by boat is especially very pleasant and enjoyable to me. Bangladesh is a land of rivers. During the last summer vacation, I and my family made a journey by boat. The purpose was to make
an experience of riding a boat and enjoy the scenery. There were two boatmen in our boat. The sky was crystal clear. The river was calm. We took so many pictures there. We saw some fishermen who were catching fish in the river. We enjoyed the journey so much. The memory of the journey will remain fresh in my memory. That is the journey I remember very well.
Okay. Are you ready for part 3?
Yes, sir.
Why do people need to travel every day?
People need to travel every day for many reasons. In today's world, every people is very busy with their work and study. They need to go to office coaching every day. In my opinion, these are the main reasons to travel every day.
Some people say that daily journeys like this will not be so common in the future. Do you agree or disagree? Why?
Yes, certainly I agree that daily journeys like this will not be so common in future because of the rapid growth of technology. In future, students will take online classes by sitting at home. They can get any news by information technology without even reading to travel anywhere. So I definitely agree with the statement.
Okay, Ganesh, thank you very much for your space. Today, I haven't noticed any important mistakes in your space. So thank you very much. Keep practicing. And I think you'll be able to hold your fluency in yourself. Faiza, after Faiza, I'll go to Ali. Ali, please wait. Faiza, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
How often do you make telephone calls?
First of all, I don't have any telephone, and uh, I remain busy in my schools and privates all the day long, so I don't have any time, and I don't need to make telephone calls, so I don't use telephones.
Do you spend most time talking to on the telephone?
As I remain busy with my in my school and privates all the day long, and I don't have enough time to make telephone calls. So there is usually no one with whom I can spend most time talking to on the telephone.
Okay. Do you sometimes prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning? Why not?
Yes, I prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning because when I get bored and I think I need a break in my work, so then I send text messages to my friends or relatives, and I think we can make telephone calls to inform anyone any urgent news.
Yeah,
Sir, am I audible there?
yeah, your sound is clear.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And I also think when we need to inform anyone about any urgent news, so we can use telephones. But if we wanna spend time with our family members or relatives or friends, so then we can send text messages to them.
Okay, Paila, but this question is only for you. So you have to share all your own ideas, but you can't answer it by generalizing it. You have to share your own ideas, your own opinion, not for others.
Oh, okay, sir.
Describe a journey. For example, by car, by plane, by boat, or by bus, by train, like this. That you remember well.
Well, sir, I went to my grandparents' home that is far from our town and in countryside. I traveled there by car. I went there to visit my grandparents and to enjoy my winter vacation. I can remember this journey well because I made the journey a few months ago. Um, and I enjoyed the journey very much because while traveling, I sat beside the window of the car and I enjoyed the outside sceneries because the sceneries were so attractive. And I enjoyed the singing of the birds, the fresh air, the smell of the flowers beside roads very much. And it was so memorable to me because we all sang songs while traveling, and that's why I can remember this journey well.
Okay, now I'll ask you, part three. Why do people need to travel every day?
People need to travel every day for their daily activities. Some people need to attend their offices, some need to go their schools, colleges, and some need to go their works. So that's why people need to travel every day.
Some people say that daily journeys like this will not be so common in the future. Do you agree or disagree? Why?
Yes, I agree because the technology of present age is developing day by day. People are thinking and inventing new ways to make their lives more comfortable than ever. They are inventing new technologies that can make their life comfortable and advanced. A day will certainly come when people won't need to travel by car or vehicles, and if there will be no use of vehicles, so there will be no smoke emitting and the air won't be polluted, so the environment balance will also be in control, and people will be able to lead a comfortable, advanced, and a happy life.
Yeah. Okay, Faida, thank you very much for your space. I haven't noticed any important mistakes in your space, but I suggest you to be more fluent and try to take your preparation properly so that you can share your ideas fluently. Thank you. Ali, please
Yes,
unmute
sir, thank
yourself.
you.
Ali, please unmute yourself, and after Ali, I will ask Rabia Bosti. After Ali, please. Uh,
Yes, sir.
how often do you make telephone calls?
Actually, I make a telephone calls to. Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
How often do you make telephone calls?
Actually, I often to make a telephone call to connect with my family members when I was far away from my home, and beside that, I also make a phone call with my closest friend when I was not in my home, and keep in touch with my parents and also the family members.
Okay. Who do you spend most time talking to on the phone?
Actually, I spend most of the time when I was not when I not in my home, and far away from my hometown, and I need to let them know, oh, my parents, I am fine and safe. I spend most of the time to know what is the activity going on my home at this time when I not in my home.
Do you sometimes prefer to send a text message instead of telephoning?
Yes, I prefer to send a text message when I stuck in traffic and I am not in my home. So normally I send a text message to inform someone I could not pick up the call at this time.
Okay, Ali, already you have completed part one. Are you ready for part two?
Yes, sir.
And describe a journey, for example, by car, by plane, by boat, or any other journey that you remember well. Go ahead.
Actually, I have been lucky to have a number of memorable journeys over the years. So, sir, thank you very much to offering me uh, uh, to offering me this great opportunity, like to share the experience of those journey which I probably would never forget. So I would like to talk about the journey which I never forget in my life, because I wanna go to explore the northern area of my country. In previous year, my I would make up I make a plan with my cousin to explore this northern area of my country. So I was very excited to explore this area, and my excitement also grew when one of my elder cousin tell me we were going to make a journey with a train. So we started a journey with a high speed train. The excitement was the excitement were bigger because we were told that it was going to a 6 to 7 hours journey, and that train would travel non-stop and at a speed of 2 kilometers per hour. So it was a whole new experience for me and also my cousin, uh, because the train so we would going to station before 1 hour at arriving the train. So the one of my cousin selected the window seats very smartly, and we also now the experience of this journey quite excitement and wonderful. So I would never forget this experience of my life to explore the northern areas of my country.
Okay. I'm asking you from part 3. Why do people need to travel every day?
Actually, people need to travel every day to go for their uh, uh, office, and also go for to attend schools or universities. So people need to travel every day for attending their classes, and also to go for their work as well.
Okay. Some people say that daily journeys like this will not be so common in the future. Do you agree or disagree? Why?
Yes, I agree with this statement because the daily journey always not same, because in my opinion, when I was in my college, the journey of my home to college is different when the journey of my home to my university. So the place, the journey and the ways like traveling are so different in our future.
Okay, Ali, already you have completed your space, and it's better to say because also college
Okay.
like this way. And I know you are trying your level best to improve yourself, but you should remove your mannerism while delivering your space, because most of the time you are uttering so try to remove it. If you listen,
Okay, sir.
if you listen to yourself while delivering your speech, then I think you will be able to find out these mistakes. Try to be more careful and try to remove it while delivering your speech, because the
Okay,
other
sir.
parts of your speech are almost okay. I haven't noticed
Mhm.
important mistakes today. So it's a good sign for you, and you are working very hard to develop yourself. So just remove this mannerism. Then I think your other mistakes will be correct, because you are practicing with us every day. So of course you will be fluent within a very few days.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, dear participants, to join with me. Already we have completed our today's topic. So we can stop the meeting here. And good night.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. Good night.